Hey fellas, it's the God Queen Soncerae here. It's September 13th. September 13th, 7:34 a.m. And I wanted to do a video on how you can make a hoe a housewife. Or can you even do that? Is that even a fucking possibility? And the reason I decided to do this video, this Spreaker, you can follow me on Spreaker or you can follow me on YouTube. Either way, you're going to be able to check out my audios and chime in and engage if you like. Fellas, you can leave your comments, but don't get your ass timed out. I block trolls, I delete comments, and I'm not ashamed because we're going to control what happens up in this community. You heard me? So anyway, I decided that I wanted to do this video because number one, there's a lot of people on YouTube who have come into my comment section and spoken negatively about me in regards to me being polyamorous, not really understanding what polyamory is, confusing it with casual sex, and calling me hoes, and they don't see me being wife material, and blah, blah, blah. And being as though that I'm married right now, I have a different perspective than I used to have when I was single. I was single for a very, very long time. I was single for about 10 years. And then I met Priest, who is my husband now. And we, live together. We travel together. We do a lot of awesome things together. And I remember he and I talking about, can you make a hoe into a housewife before? And so I got onto YouTube, and this is the video topic that I had in my mind, and I was like, well, I'm going to do an audio about this. And then I see Angry Man. He's live streaming, right? So I click on him live streaming this morning, and I see him talking about poor choices people making, saying that niggas spend too much time trying to fix bitches, and bitches spend too much time trying to fix niggas. And then he mentions, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? So I'm like, wow. So this is the topic I was going to talk about anyway. And, this just gave me extra confirmation, seeing Angry Man actually doing a live stream. For those of you that don't know Angry Man, please go to his channel, check it out. So anyway, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? Well, I remember my husband and I talking about exotic dancers. And we were talking about a video that we saw of Floyd Mayweather actually taking like a video selfie of him and like 5 or 6 other chicks in the room with him, and they was twerking and they was half naked, and Floyd Mayweather was in this video. And I said to him, do you think that any of those chicks inside of that video could possibly be someone's wife one day? Because they were all strippers. Well, at least they were twerking like they were. And he says to me, yeah, he believes that they're one of those women is possibly somebody's wife. Because my husband actually believes that there are some women out there who can change from being a hoe to a housewife. Just like you have men out there who are players and dogs, and then they decide to get married and decide that they want to be a better person. And anyone who decides to be a better person with time, I believe they had some sort of good character before. Like I've said in plenty of videos, you can't really judge where someone stands in their life. We all learn at different times. We all learn different lessons at different times. Some of us are late bloomers. Some of us blossom at a different age, and, whatever, right? So this is what he's saying. Now, I'm like, no, not really. To me, I'm completely disagreeing with him. Because I'm like, no, once a woman gets to a certain level of like hold'em, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not going to turn around and be something else. Because there's women out there who have several baby daddies, who have, had multiple sexual experiences with men, and they're just never going to be in a position to where they can be considered a housewife. Because they just really got too much going on, too many baby daddies, too much drama. And it doesn't really matter how old she gets. It's just after a certain age, it's like, she either doesn't want to be a housewife. She never wanted to be a housewife to begin with. And right now she doesn't have the qualities to even start a family or to be that type of woman at all. That's me. I think, to me, all strippers are like that. That's just my, observation of them. Doesn't mean that that's who they are. That just means, to me, I don't think any man should be considering wifing some stripper. But I've seen men do this. I've seen men create homes with whores. I've seen men do this a million times over. Now, my definition of whore or hoe may be different from the next person. Because, like I've said in plenty of other videos, people think that because I've had a threesome with 2 men before and actually hated it, that I'm some type of whore. Or because I tell people, hey, why don't you consider being polyamorous if instead of cheating? It's an alternative life. And they're like, no, if you're going to be in the swingers lifestyle, you might as well be single. And I don't see myself sharing somebody. How could you share your man? Me, I'm just, brilliant enough to realize that my pussy ain't the only pussy on this planet. And I'd rather my man go out here and get some pussy and be honest with me about it instead of having to lie to me, sneak around, and fuck up our situation, because relationships are built off communication and trust. So if you're lying to me and you can't tell me shit, our relationship gonna be fucked up. I can respect a man who comes to me and say, hey, I find that woman over there attractive. I'm considering fucking with her. And to me, as long as a man is honest about where he stands, what he's doing, nobody's getting hurt. Because a man can walk up to a woman and say, hey, I'm married or I'm in a relationship, but I'm interested in having like a sexual experience with you. Are you down? You could say that to a woman. You know what I mean? And you might not get the response you want from every single woman, but there's some women out there who will be down for that shit in a heartbeat. I told you guys that, there's women out there who are very, very comfortable with being a side chick because that's where they stand in their life. They're not interested in being like somebody main chick because that's not where they stand in their life. So, and to me, a woman who decides to have been a side chick, and a lot of people say this, women who decided to be a side chick or women who decided to be a whore, whatever the case may be, to some degree, all of them have low self-esteem. Well, to me, it just depends on the woman. Okay, and I've said this before, that there are so many possibilities and so many different outcomes and different reasons why people do different things. And there's some women out there who have high self-esteem. They are high sexually confident. They think they sexy. They know they sexy. They go out there and they do what they want. Doesn't mean they have low self-esteem. Just means they go out there and they fuck who they want because that's what they want to do with their life. And so a lot of people who, believe in the Bible or believe in Jesus Christ or Christianity will come on to the comment section and say shit like, well, these women don't have souls. These women don't XYZ. Well, there's plenty of Christians out there or, men who haven't participated or women who haven't participated in sexual acts, but still have done something fucking demonic. It's people out there who have physically abused people and people out there who've stolen shit. These people are soulless to me. People out there who've murdered people, and that doesn't have anything to do with their sexuality, and they are demonic. So to me, it's like, if you are a good person, when you behave, your behavior will be helpful to you. It will feel good to you. It will be something that you want, and you won't be harming somebody else in the process. That's why it's so comfortable for me to say to a man, hey, whatever it is that you want to do, you better speak up and say that. If you want to be polyamorous or if you want to sleep with other women, say that. So, and this same thing goes for women. I can respect any woman at the end of the day who says, this is who I am, this is what I want, period. And this is just my life. And this is just where I stand at this moment. And maybe one day when I decide I want to be a wife or a mother or whatever the case may be, that's the step I'll take. But it's a lot of women out there. And I've said this to men before as well. It's a lot of women out there who pretend they're a good girl when they're not. Majority of the women that's going around pretending like they all wholesome and shit, the reason why they're doing that is because they don't want men to know that they haven't been wholesome. Every single woman got a secret, got a sexy fucking secret that she ain't told nobody, that she will never fucking admit. I've seen some goody two-shoes sit down and have conversations about the things that they want, the things that they have experienced. And you would not believe the stuff that these women have done. And when you look at them every day, you would think they would never do no shit like that. Men want women to be virgin-like. And this is what men want. So usually when a man sees a woman who is not angelic, who is not the Virgin fucking Mary, the last thing he wants to do is marry her. So if you're the type of woman who have multiple baby daddies, or you've been open about your sexuality, or you've been XYZ, most men won't want to marry you to begin with. But then you have those men who doing their own thing and don't give a fuck anyway about what you was doing before you met them. As long as you treat them good in the present and the future, that's all he gives a fuck about. Do I think a man can turn a hoe into a housewife? No. I think a woman who is a hoe, it's just a hoe. But see, like I said, my definition of hoe is very, very different. To me, strippers are hoes. Okay? And a lot of strippers will beg to differ. Most of the strippers I've met during my modeling career, most of them was selling pussy as well. That's why I don't really trust strippers like that. Because strippers sell their body. You see what I'm saying? Like, me being a lingerie model, that was as close to selling my body as I was going to get. Stripping, I was not going to do. Prostituting, I was not going to do. Escorting, I was not going to do. You see what I'm saying? So some stuff is just too much. Being a model, that was as far as I was going to go. I wasn't going to do pornography. I wasn't going to do any of that. And in the modeling that I was doing in the lingerie, that was considered soft porn. And a lot of women who do that kind of modeling didn't even realize that. They don't realize it still. I mean, it's Instagram models right there. Putting soft core porn on their Instagram, and everybody just liking it. Don't even realize that it's soft porn. You know? So, my thing is, you got to know each woman's case. Each woman is different. Everybody can change. Everybody changes regardless. And some people change for the better. Some people change for the worse. But with time, we all change to some degree. So if you're a good person, you either become a better person. If you're a nice person, you become a nicer person. But then you might have an experience and you become an asshole. There's women out there who were goody two shoes their whole lives. And then they get about 37, 40 and decide they want to go on a fucking spree. So it's just each person is different. What matters at the end of the day is how a woman treats you. Is she good to you? Is she faithful to you? Because I think a lot of men are worried about whether this woman will fuck his homeboys, or will she be fucking another nigga and cheating on him. That's what a lot of men are worried about. That's why a lot of men don't want to be with the hoe, because they worried, a woman might be participating in the behavior that they have. See, men don't want a woman that has had the same behavior as a man, because men know how nasty they fucking are when it comes to sex. You guys are fucking perverted. You're straight perverts. I think some of you, if all you could do was fuck and that's it every day, that's what the fuck you would do. Nothing else. Fuck and scratch your balls. That's it. So, no man wants to look at a woman in that way. Men want women to, be sexy, but to a certain degree. Still have a level of wholesomeness with them. So, I believe with the men who have asked me to marry them, because I've been asked so many times to be married. I was engaged 3 times. 3 times. And the reason why I decided to break off those engagements was because these men kept cheating on me. And I kept, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. So that's what made me decide to be polyamorous. That's what made me decide, you know what, I'm going to open up sexually and go ahead and see what the swingers lifestyle is about, and see if there's an alternative lifestyle or alternative relationship that I could have where these men will feel comfortable. Let me see if I can change myself and open up a little more to see if I can find a way for this to work for me, because traditional relationships and monogamy and shit was not working. Period. I just kept getting cheated on. And no matter how much I changed myself, no matter how I was success-wise or career-wise, financially stable, no matter how kind or catering or submissive I was to men, these men were still going out here cheating on me. So it was either, I had to make 2 choices. It was like, okay, I need to start choosing a different type of man, which made sense initially. Let me start choosing a different type of man. And I started choosing different types of men, and they still was cheating on me. So I was like, okay, what the fuck is really going on here? Let's Soncerae change Soncerae. So I decided to change who I was. And once I changed who I was, I started having better relationships. And for the most part, the biggest change I made was deciding to not be monogamous and to be polyamorous for a while and see If I could open myself up to understanding men more, to being a little bit more compassionate to what men need. Because what I notice about monogamous relationships, for some reason, it seems that they have been extremely designed. They've been designed to have a woman just catering to a man so much, but at the same time, it's like these men have to restrict themselves to specific types of behavior to even get these women to be this way. And then all you hear is a couple complaining about how much they hate this relationship that they're in. I mean, I've never seen so many people in my life complain about marriage, complain about relationships until social media began. Because I'm telling you, when I was younger and before the internet started to be popping like that, I used to see a whole bunch of people happy to be inside relationships. There was no let's not catch feelings bullshit. That people was like, yo, I want to be in a relationship. Guys, they want to be in a relationship. I remember in high school, everybody wanted to be with somebody. College, everybody wanted to be with somebody. They wanted to have that one partner. Then suddenly, oh my God, the internet comes around and people are starting to have access to all types of different people that they went to high school with, old flames, hoes, prostitutes, all types of celebrities and shit. So everybody just started being, basically polyamorous without the complete definition of polyamory. They were basically going around having all this casual sex, not telling the truth, not telling people who they actually with, trying not to catch feelings. That's the difference between casual sex and polyamory. I don't understand why men and women are so comfortable with casual sex, sleeping with who they want to sleep with, not telling anybody the truth about what they're doing. They completely are fine with that concept. But then when I say be polyamorous, actually build friendships, love one another, have a level of respect for each other, and be responsible with your non-monogamy, meaning let everybody know what's up, and it's okay for you to catch feelings. Just don't pull in all the negative energy that comes with it and all the drama that comes with it, which is the jealousy and the lying and the cheating and whatever else causes problems inside of relationships, the miscommunication and all this other shit. That's the one thing that polyamory does not have. Casual sex will get you fucked up. Because you could end up liking somebody that don't like you. You can end up with an STD that you didn't know a person even have. And honestly, you can get that in any type of relationship. But you at higher risk having a casual sex relationship than you would a polyamorous relationship. Because a polyamorous relationship is basically you having a good respect friendship for a person who also has that same respect and relationship with someone else, and everybody knows what's going on. No one's hurt. Everybody knows their position. Everybody knows how to play their position. The end. It's just organized. It's a lot more organized, and it's a lot easier to be in that type of situation. It's a lot more freedom for a man. A man could be in a relationship with me and just flat out tell me that he's attracted to another woman, and a lot of women and men feel like that's a level of disrespect. Like, don't disrespect me telling me that you're attracted to another woman. Okay, well, if you as a woman don't want your man to be honest with you about him being attracted to other women, then he's going to fucking lie to you. Because there's not a lot of men out here that can say they're only attracted to their woman and that's it. Of course, they may love their woman and that's it. But being attracted to your woman and that's it sexually, that's not usually how men work at all. There's plenty of married men out there that will tell you they look at other women all of the time. Are they going to disrespect their family? No. Are they going to cheat on their women? No. But they still look at women. They still look at women. You're not dead when you get married. You're not dead when you're in a relationship. Your eyes, you don't go blind. You know what I mean? So to me, circling back to the topic of conversation, which is, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? It just depends on what your definition of hoe is. Because to me, I would not suggest any guy fucking marry or be in a relationship with a fucking stripper or escort or porn star. Don't do it. Prostitute. Don't do it. You don't do it, because really, to me, any woman who has participated in that type of behavior has some type of healing she needs to go through. So that relationship is going to be toxic. So unless she's decided to go through that healing process and has actually healed and has become, a better person, because people change. Like I said, unless she's done that, then don't be with her. And honestly, a woman will show you whether she's this type of woman or not. She will show you. There will be signs that you are in a toxic situation. And that's a problem with a lot of guys. You guys overlook the signs that these women give you. A lot of these women are toxic. That's why, I would say don't date them. A lot of these women have been molested. A lot of these women have been raped. They have emotional issues, because like I said, there's a certain limit that a woman will go to. Like, there's certain things that she's not going to do if she has a healthy mind. Doesn't mean she, has low self-esteem or high self-esteem. It's just when you think on a logical level or intellectual level, or you're emotionally healthy, or you're just in a good headspace, you're going to think in a completely different way. You're not going to think, well, being a stripper or a porn star or escort is something that you should do with your body. You're just not going to think that that's even tangible. You know what I'm saying? So, you just have to decide for yourself. Each woman is different. Each situation is different. You have to handle it at a case-by-case basis. And that's all I have to say about that. So, fellas, what do you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate you listening. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.